So here we have the Audi Q7 S-Line on a 68 plate. So I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some of the controls on the inside of it from there. From the outside, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. We'll start off inside the boot area first of all. The tailgate in this car will open electronically, as you can see. As we approach the back of the car, you'll notice we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera. 7 seats are available to you. You can see the rear two folded down into the boot area just there. Over on the left-hand side, we have buttons for folding down the seats and folding them back up into place again. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. But now that we've done a full circle, you can see it's in fantastic condition and a great looking car as well. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the far left-hand side, first of all, is the coolant temperature gauge, then the rev counter, speedometer, and fuel gauge. Within the rev counter, it will show you what gear this car is in. It's an automatic, so we're in park at the moment. And within the speedometer, we have a digital readout for that speedometer as well. In the centre is the main trip computer, which includes the total miles for this car. They are 42,278. You can change information displayed above that using buttons on the steering wheel. We're on the kind of driving data menu at the moment, but there are other menus available to you as well. So for example, you can have your satellite navigation there, as you can see. And the buttons I was using to do that are just here. Over on the right hand side, we have our stereo and phone controls. The minus paddle and plus paddle are so that you can change up and down a gear manually with this automatic gearbox. And we have cruise control and speed limiter on the stalk underneath to the left just here. Over in the center is the main screen for the car, which includes the, if you like, main readout for the satellite navigation, as you can see, amongst many other things, all of which are controlled down here. So you can use this dial, you can use this trackpad, which works like a trackpad for a laptop would. You can access things directly, so your telephone, for example, radio, media, all can be accessed with the push of a button. So you can see we're now on the radio menu. And up on there is the radio menu itself. You can have FM, DAB and AM radio, as you can see, and we can use that dial to rotate between them, or we can swipe up and down on the kind of trackpad section that I mentioned a moment ago. If you want to listen to your own music, you can do. There's a number of ways of doing that, and they include Bluetooth audio, so you can stream your music wirelessly, auxiliary input, USB input, and an SD memory card slot as well. Of course, you can pair up your telephone to the car in order that you can make and receive phone calls and stream your music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio. And on top of all of that, we have a full color reversing camera with guidelines showing you what direction the car is headed in relation to the image being shown on the screen as well. Below that, we have a few buttons, so you can change the drive select of the car, so you can put it into comfort, sport, for example. And so with every push of an arrow, it will take you through a different one of those settings. We have the ability to turn off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. That system is turned off when that light shows. We can turn our traction control on and off, our hazard warning lights on and off. This one turns on the autonomous parking. If you follow instructions up on the screen, this car is able to park itself, taking control of the steering element of that for you and telling you what gear to be in, and of course using the parking sensors so that you know when to stop and when to move forwards as well. We can turn the parking sensors off completely from here. We have our downhill brake control. This button will close that screen down should you wish to do that. Below that section, we then have the controls for the front elements of the climate control. It's 4-zone climate control, meaning we can control the passenger, driver, and 2 rear temperatures as well. So you can control the temperature, the fan speed from on here. The air conditioning is on at the moment, so you can turn that off. Back on again. You can hit auto. In doing so, the car will now take control of the fan speed and direction of the air for me, the driver. You can do the same over there for the passenger side. You can override that manually at any time you wish to. We've also got a heated driver's seat with 3 different heat settings, and the same over here for the passenger side. We have the controls I went through just a moment ago. The gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox. We have the main volume for the stereo. We have an electronic handbrake with auto hold function. Last thing I wanted to mention is the glass roof on this car. So Of course, we have a sunblind that we can open up, and that opens up all the way to the back of the rear seats. And as you'll see, that lets in a huge amount of extra light to the cabin area. You can leave it like this. You don't have to open this sunroof section, but if you wish to, you can also open the front element of this as a full sliding sunroof as well. And as you can see, not only is now letting in a lot of extra light, but huge sunroof area as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car for yourself and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at 7daysonly.co.uk. We'd love to hear from you soon.